and then start a brand new recording just for this meeting? I mean, just if you push stop
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you
Oh, yeah.
start, and we're at 6:30, so if you could put it on now, so we
Okay,
could.
it's on.
So good evening, everyone. We're going to start the meeting at 6:31, so we could be mindful of everyone's time and move the meeting along in a very effective way. And we want it to be a good, productive meeting. Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Pasadena Sister Cities Committee General Membership Meeting. It is now 6:31, and we're going to begin the meeting, and we're going to be respectful of everyone's time, everyone that's giving a presentation this evening. We're going to set up a little housekeeping, and what we're asking everyone is that we're going to operate the meeting according to the agenda. After the speaker speaks, or the person giving their report, if you have a statement, if you have a question, if you have a correction, please raise your hand and our tech person will let you into ask you to unmute yourself and then you can ask your question. What we're asking and we're requiring everyone to be mindful of the time. Your question can be no longer than 1 minute, your statement can be no longer than 1 minute, or your concern can be no longer than 1 minute. So I suggest that you write it out as we're proceeding with the meeting. So if you raise your hand, you're well prepared to make your statement, ask your question, or bring up a concern. So thank you for that. The second thing I want to cover, if anyone have any grievance or any concerns or want something done differently, can you please put that in writing and send it directly to the secretary, Secretary Elizabeth, and then she will bring it before the executive board and it will be addressed accordingly. We want to make sure that any concerns or grievance are addressed and concerned. So thank you for those two housekeeping items. So I want to just welcome everyone and say thank you for being patient. This has been a really tough year with the Eaton fire. The wildfires just disrupted our entire community, locally and nationally. And all of us had to pivot to really address the needs of our community. In this organization alone, in Pasadena Sister Cities, every last one of our executive committee members were impacted. Two of them lost their homes, completely destroyed. One of the executive board members, uh, son and his wife, home that was being built was destroyed. And then we had a niece that lost two of her homes in Altadena. We have many members of Pasadena Sister City that lost their homes. And so our organization, along with many other organizations and our public officials, we have put 100% of our time into addressing the needs of the Eaton fire survivors. And then that's an ongoing process. So I appreciate and thank you for your patience in the work that we do under Pasadena Sister Cities. Given that information, we're still moving forward and we're on time and on point for some of the things that need to take place during the course of this year. So I just wanted to say thank you and know that we are in the trenches making a difference doing the work that we're called to do. The agenda has been emailed to all of you. I emailed the agenda again this evening. And so we're going to start the agenda with Denise Morey. If you could give a report on the membership, I would appreciate that. Denise Morey.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. So, this is the membership chair report for September the 26th, 2025. As of 9/26/2025, we have 149 paid members, 28 are new, and 124 are eligible to vote tonight. A quorum will be 24 members, and that you'll need that in order. If there's a motion placed on the floor, you will need a quorum of 24 members, is what I'm saying. So I'm going to just move on and just say, if you want to see this full report, you can visit our website. It will be posted there because I do believe this was not emailed out. Sorry about that. So you can definitely see the full report, see all the members' names. If your name is spelled incorrectly or I missed something, please just email me. Let me know. You can visit the website at www.pscc2024@gmail.com. Once again, that's www.pscc2024@gmail.com. Respectfully submitted, Denise.
Thank you for that report, Denise. Are there any questions to the report? The other item, all of the reports that are given tonight will be emailed to everyone. Every subcommittee report that was submitted to our office will be emailed to every single person. Our secretary is in Japan, so she's not here, but she will be back early next week. And so all of these reports will be emailed out to everyone. There's one hand raised, Denise, on the report. Stephen?
Uh, they should be able to talk now. Yes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have a question and a request at the same time. The roster was posted on our website and it was somehow removed. So we ask that it gets posted again for clarity and transparency, so that all membership is aware of it. And that is
Right. We're just updating it, Renee. So once that happens and once I'm completed with that, I'll be more than happy to update it like I stated earlier. So there's no issue there. It'll go back up. No worries.
In the meantime, can you email it to us? That should be no.
Yeah, like I said, we'll email it out to you if you didn't get it. And you can also look for it if you don't see my email on our website.
Thank you so much. I'll look
You're
forward to
welcome.
that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Any other questions for the membership chair? Moving on to the president's report. I met with Mayor Victor Gordo yesterday. We've been meeting during the course of 2025 on several items that when I became president, there were several things on the agenda that had not been followed through, and I had promised that I would help navigate that through, and we've been moving along and making a lot of progress. Then we had some things that came up where we have some new sister cities, and we'll go into that report later on. But I had a very good meeting with him yesterday, and I'm happy to report that everything is moving along as it needs to. And he was very supportive of the work that we're doing. There's some things that were never resolved with contracts and relationships. So hopefully at some point, maybe not under my leadership, but I'm hoping at some point they get that resolved. The other thing is that we have the Sister City International. They're going to be going to China in October, and the deadline for the RSVPs for the China trip is October the 1st. I sent that out to everyone. I will send it out again. We do have possibly 2 or 3 members that will be going to China. The wonderful thing about this trip is that I believe, and we'll have to read it again, and I'll send that out to everyone, that Sister Cities International will help underwrite the cost of anyone that's going to China, but you have to RSVP by October the 1st. They always have ongoing sessions when they are going on these trips. So if anyone's interested, please let me, if any of our members are interested, let me know, but also make sure you RSVP on the Sister International website by October the 1st. And again, this will be emailed out to everyone again, just as a reminder based after this meeting. Um, have We have 5 members of the Pasadena Sister Cities that attended the Sister City International trip in Japan. Tina Rojas, Elizabeth Ellis, Carla Boykin, Kalisha Boykin, and Brian Takata. And I think Tina has gotten back. And Tina, if you want to take 30 seconds of my time and just give us an update on, uh, I know you're doing a more formal meeting. I have you all on the agenda for October, but if you want to give a brief update and just give us a taste of what the trip was like, I
Yes,
yield.
absolutely. Let's see. The trip was amazing. So many people came from all over the world. We had the mayor of the area near Kansai, um, was a great host. We had fireworks. We met a lot of people. We even people from Maui talking about the Maui fire and the Eaton fire and how we could come together and help bring awareness to the need for support in these areas. It was just an amazing overall experience to experience the culture. And I have a lot of pictures. I'll send to you, so maybe you can post them on the website. It was just a great success, I can say. And I hope to see and really got to know with all the different all the different sister cities throughout the world. And that's all. I can't say enough good things about the experience.
Great. Thank you for that brief little update. And again, we'll talk more about that at our next meeting. I'll have all of you that went on the trip give an update to all of us. So thank you very much. On the nominating committee, we're getting ready for our elections. Our elections are going to take place. I see your hand raised, Renee. After I finish giving my report, I'll be happy to take your question. Our nominating committee we have appointments. Tina Rojas is going to chair the nominating committee. Nat Nadar and Tanisha Ofrey will serve on the nominating committee. We have elections that are going to take place in December. The nominating committee will give their full report at our October meeting, and then they will explain to you the process of when you will get your ballots, where the voting will take place, how that will happen. All of that will come from the nominating meeting when they give a report at our October meeting. But those are the 3 people that I've appointed as Tina Rojas, Nat Nadar, and Tanisha Ofrey to manage the nominating committee. Renee, you have a question.
Yes, I don't know if I can self-nominate myself, but I serve on the election committee twice, and I would like to serve. I would like to sign up myself to serve this year.
Thank you. I'll take that into consideration and let you know. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We've already had a report from the membership chair, Denise. Thank you for that excellent report. Next, we have a report from Treasurer Joanne Forte. Stephen?
Joanne just needs to
Okay.
unmute herself, but she should be able to
I
unmute herself.
I
So
think I'm
Stephen,
unmuted now.
can you take me and you off so that they could just see Joanne and the
I'm
treasurer?
fine. I'm fine with them leaving it like this, Lena, if that's okay with you.
No, I'm asking, can he remove himself so that they could see the report?
Yeah, they should
Mm.
be seeing.
Seeing the report.
They should be seeing the report and the presenter.
Oh, okay. The treasurer's report, 2025 September monthly report. Next slide, please. Um, as of August 2025, this is the balances. Our account is at East Central Credit Union. We have 6 12-month certificates with a cumulative balance of $58,109.01. In our business checking receivable account, the ending balance was $15,586.36. In our business checking payable account, the ending balance as of August was $1,207.56. Our primary share account, the balance is $2,962.40. And then we have the balances for the subcommittees. Armenia, $1,003.04. China, 2009 Finland, 701.76. Germany, 1,026.29. And Japan, 395.59. Senegal, 830.43. And then the student exchange as a balance of 148.27. So as we move to the next slide, which no, actually it's the ending slide, but I'll tell you the differences in the balance when we get there. I'm sorry, go back, Stephen, go back. So our 2025 financial calendar, in September, we paid $500 late penalty to Department of Justice for incomplete reporting. There was some 990s that were lingering from 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. As you, I think the president has mentioned, there were several unresolved outstanding financial issues when she came on board. So the $500 late penalty is a result of that. In October, we will ask the tax attorney to complete the 990s and 990 EZ. So we're going to try to go back and remedy the outstanding reports to ensure that they're done before we close out the end of the year. November, we will be looking to close out the operating and subcommittee expense. So in December, we can finalize our year-end reconciliation in anticipation of January and closing our books and then preparing for new leadership transition. Next slide, please. Updates. The plan is to have a certified audit scheduled before the close of this calendar year. And under the section regarding the allocation of reimbursable annual city grant of $15,000, that's normally the grant that we receive each year. Excuse me, each subcommittee will receive $2,500 in their account at the end of this calendar year, with the understanding that each chair must submit receipts for reimbursement. So the funds, again, are reimbursable, but you must have receipts to match the amount that you're asking to be reimbursed. For additional information, please refer to the bylaws as well as the policies and procedures for more details. And last slide, please. This is a snapshot of our bank statement as of August, the end of August. And I wanted to just show the differences. We mentioned earlier, for example, China, the balance in the bank account is showing as 5,111.13, and also Senegal is showing 2,176. There were transactions that is showing in the actual balances that those subcommittees have. This is a physical transfer that the credit union will need to do to transfer the funds from those accounts and put them in the payable account where the payments were made from. So in case you notice the difference from the earlier report, the first report was showing the actual balances, and then the bank statement is showing the balance in those accounts as of the 30th, taking into consideration that the transfers have not physically been done yet. Are there any questions regarding the financial report? Thank you, Madam President. That concludes my report.
We have one. Renee has a question.
Very well.
So my question is in regards of the two, I have two questions actually. So when we went dark, according to the or Madam President message posted on our website, we sent a message that if anybody would like to do any donations for the board members that lost their homes, I would like to get a report of any and all donations that were received for this purpose and how this money was allocated to these board members. That's number one. Number two, there has been a lot of confusion, of course, because of our website is not up to date, it's not state of the art, it's not current with the industry. And so the cell payment, as we know, the online form is non-existing. We don't have an automated confirmation. And so my question in regards of the cell payment and the date of record of new applications, like I have been submitting several in the last 2 weeks, and we don't get confirmations at all. We don't get any communication from the treasurer or the membership chair. And so I would like to just set for the record, out of all fairness, that all applications submitted be record on the date of the email, just like the ballots on the mail, on regular elections, the postmark mail ballots that are mailed in be the date of record of the member status of active. And also if it's through email, even if we don't get an automated confirmation, I want to
Hi,
make sure.
Renee, thank you.
Let
Renee,
me
let's,
just finish. I'm about to
no,
finish, Madam Chair.
Renee,
I'm about to finish.
your
So
finance
what-
question needs to go to
yeah.
Joanne.
So I want email.
I'll address your membership question at the
I'm
end.
sorry, Madam Chair, can I finish my comment? So I want to make sure that the email that is posted on the submission of the application and the cell payment, the electronic cell payment, becomes the registration of the new member. That's all. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay. Thank you for your commentary, Renee. Madam Chair, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Chair Treasurer Joanne. I thank you for a very thorough report, and I think all of the questions that were addressed by the committee member Renee was addressed in the report that was given. So thank you for a thorough report that reports all funds that have been received by Pasadena Sister City was in the report that was given by the treasurer. So I think that will address any questions. You did have a question about the membership. The membership application must be submitted when a payment is made. And I think that will just rectify everything. Thank you so very much. Now we're going to proceed to a committee report from May. May from China report. Can you give a report, May? Tina, is May on? I can't see if May is on.
Hi, I'm here. Hello.
Thank you, May. If you could give us an update on
Okay. Can everybody hear me?
We can.
Oh, okay. I have been working with Tina, continuously talking to Suzhou City and regarding support to Altadena, the fire affected areas. Okay. I already proposed to Suzhou City to make arrangement and also solicit the manufacturers who are willing to provide ex-factory type of a pricing to support citizens or no residents in Altadena. And also, Tina and I have been working with different sorts of grants and incentives that we can get to see if they can be applied to any purchase of the goods out of the factory directly. Of course, price-wise, it's very price competitive. That's one thing. Another one is Suzhou City also proposed the invitation to Pasadena Sister City Committee to attend one called International Economy Conference being organized in Suzhou the first week of November. So the conference lasts for 1 week. And I already emailed Madam President Lena the invitation letter. And if anyone who's interested in going to Suzhou to attend this conference, it's an international conference. So there will be people coming from all over the world. And then Suzhou City committed to pay for hotel accommodation, local transportation, food, except the flight ticket. And by that time, maybe the flight ticket going to China, Suzhou or Shanghai, round trip for economy class would be around $1,000 or 1,200. Depends on the airlines, but that's the what we can recommend some airlines if anyone who's interested in going there. And another thing is that through Madam President Lena, we are going to also introduce Suzhou's robotic and automatic delivery type of devices to see if we can launch that in some campuses in Pasadena. Like those delivery devices, it's similar to the robots being like delivering packages on the street in LA, but their the robots can do more like actions with human being, like conversations, even for like maybe could be a good companionship for like senior homes, like for elder people, senior citizens. So that's like something been going on, and that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you for that report. Are there any questions to May on her report? Thank you, Tina and May, for all the work that you're doing. And thank you for all the work you're doing in recruiting new members. Very good. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now we're going to ask Phyllis Griffin, the chair of Finland, to give her report. Oh, just one moment. Excuse me. I'm sorry. There was a hand raised. One of the members wanted to know, Monet Bonaris wants to know the date of the conference, May.
It's on November 2nd. November 2nd for 5 days.
Okay. And I think that's in your report. And each subcommittee chairperson that's given a report, again, all of those reports will be emailed to all of you. Thank you, May.
You're welcome.
Now we're going to hear from Phyllis Griffin, chair of Finland.
I don't see her on.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So we're going to go to the next chair, Mary Atta, the chair of Senegal.
Uh-oh.
Hit it one more time. One more time. Can you?
Is that good?
There you go. We can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Good evening, everyone, and Madam President. Again, the Dakar Plateau Committee, we keep finding things to engage in, even though a lot of our members have been affected by that fire. We're still working on the Pen Pal program. It has developed very well. Our students at the school, the elementary school in Dakar Plateau, and the school here. They exchanged letters. It was very exciting. I'd like to thank the director of the French language school. She translated the letters for the students at the school here in Pasadena. And also the teacher that handled all of this, Miss Lamberto. I'd like to thank them for all of their assistance. But both schools, they're ready to get started again. The school in Dakar will be starting up again in October. So we're going to try to get some letters written from here and send them to there. But one of the things that we came across is that some of the school children from the elementary school, they're in middle school now. So we're going to have to figure out how we go about making sure that they stay in the program and so that we can have a long-term relationships between the students. We don't want it to just stop because they end and, they go on to a middle school. We want it to continue. And also there was a change of the principals at the school here in Pasadena. So I will be meeting with them hopefully next week so that we can get started because the kids in Dakar will be back in school in October. Secondly, the Dakar Plateau Subcommittee, we're going to be participating in the Southern California Women's Health Conference Man Cave. And so we're inviting Sister Cities members in Dakar Plateau to join us as guests at the event. We're asking, but we need Sister Cities members to help us out and participate. We're asking that we get some assistance with lodging. We need some host families because the hotels are so expensive here, and they're also full because of the fire. So we're trying to make sure that we have some volunteer families here in Pasadena to assist us with housing for our guests who may come from Dakar Plateau. Lastly, we have been designing some t-shirts or getting them designed for maybe about 6 months before the fire. And we're hoping that we can get this, get them completed and ready to sell because we're going to be selling them as fundraising opportunity, as a fundraising opportunity. So we're going to use those funds. We're going to raise funds. We're going to have t-shirts. We're going to be approaching you members about purchasing the t-shirts from us so that we can raise funds for educational projects and to assist members and our students with their travel expenses. We're hoping that we will be able to travel to Dakar Plateau next year, but we are not sure because of, again, a lot of our members, they're trying to get their homes built or repaired. And so we're not sure, but we're hoping that we can make it there next year and that they can come here to the Man Cave event here in Pasadena. Madam Chairperson, that's it for me. Any questions?
Thank you for an excellent report. Are there any questions, Stephen, in the gallery?
Renee has a question again. And Phyllis is on now as well.
Really quick, if Marietta can send me the dates of the families that are coming, I have some ways that I can evaluate some posting of families, but I will need the dates and I'll be happy to try to be of help. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Renee.
Any other questions for Marietta before we go back to Phyllis Griffin, the chair of Finland? If there are no other questions, I turn the floor over to Phyllis Griffin, the chair of Finland.
Okay, can you all hear me? Hello?
We can.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Wonderful, wonderful. Good evening, everyone. Sorry for being late. Finland, I have been in communication with our counter sister, and what we have, we're pretty much still on the same page as we were the last time I made a report, waiting for next year. And that depends on if whether or not I or someone else would be the new chair of Finland, but they're still very much interested in the Pasadena delegation to Finland to begin dialogue about a long-term sustainable project that we can all be proud of. I've also shared the information about the Pen Pal program, and there has been some initial interest, and that was passed on to those persons who would be making those decisions and looking more in depth at if this is something they would like to do. So I'm just waiting to hear back from them. It's a very challenging situation in Finland now, with the geopolitical system with Ukraine. And so they've been busy a whole lot. And I know that's impacted our sister city as well. I've been keeping up with them. So that's pretty much where we are with Finland. Because of the fire, we had to postpone the delegation from Pasadena, but I did learn recently that there has been an official delegation to Finland before. So I'm waiting on getting some information about that, and would like to develop some sort of digital storytelling of the relationship between Pasadena and Finland, which is a beautiful, long, interesting relationship, and thought that that would be something that sister cities in general would want to do for all of our sister cities, to begin to really chronicle our history and in our relationship in a digital form. And that's pretty much it for Finland. So just moving on still, and hopefully, that things will pan out the way we want them to do. Because things change even between now and December and January. So a lot will depend on them and the feasibility of them hosting us and the availability. So that's what's going on with Finland. Any questions? Hello?
No questions.
Okay, no question. Okay, good. Well, not good,
Excellent
but
report, Phyllis Griffin. That was an excellent report.
thank you,
I
Madam
would
Chair.
like to leave you on the floor and to ask you to talk about the student exchange program for Pasadena Sister Cities.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Student exchange program. Well, you don't want to get the written report, but I began by letting the general membership and the executive board know that I will not be seeking office to run for that position next year. I have enjoyed it immensely for these past 2 years, and so I feel comfortable about leaving because I feel that I put together a really good solid framework where it's a good springboard for the student exchange program to continue to flourish. It just has to be implemented. And so I said, well, it would be nice if whoever follows me, that then they can look at what I've put together and share that with the other committee members and the executive board. Give a younger person an opportunity, and that's what I'm hoping that would happen. But I feel good about leaving and what I left behind, so I'm excited about that. And you all, once you get the report, you would be able to see a little bit more about what has taken place. So that's it. It's ready to be tweaked and implemented into a full-fledged sustainable student exchange program. But I would like to, if I'm going to have the time, spend time with raising funds, so that, because that's something I was hoping I can do, but you can't do programming and fundraising at the same time. So, but I still would, like to, be working with whoever that's going to be working and doing some fund development and fundraising for the student exchange program.
Any questions? Very good report, Phyllis. Thank you so very much. And again, I just want to remind everyone that all the reports that are being given tonight will be emailed to everyone by next week. Are there any questions for Phyllis? With there being no questions, again, thank you for that report, Phyllis. And now I want to bring to the forefront. Kanan, our student that we worked with to go to Washington, D.C. and represent Pasadena Sister City at a Sister City International Student Conference. So Kanan, can you put her on, Stephen?
Hi, Miss Kennedy.
Hi there.
Can everyone hear me and see me well?
We can.
Yes, yes.
Perfect, thank you. So, hello, my name is Kano Iwata, and Mano and I are both twin sisters and the new Japanese Sister Cities chair. And I'm here to talk to you about a program that I went to this summer in Washington, D.C. So I went to the Youth Summit Leadership Sister Cities program. It's essentially an international initiative designed to connect youth leaders from sister cities all over the world. I met people from various states in America, all spanning from like North Carolina to even ones who actually lived in Washington, D.C., and also international students from like Gibraltar or also like the Bahamas, which is really cool. And this initiative sort of aimed to promote cross-culture understanding, global citizenship, and also leadership through collaborative dialogue. And there I was able to engage in multiple different kinds of activities, such as leadership workshops, cultural exchange activities. We even had a state diplomacy simulation, which was very cool, and I had a lot of fun participating in. But ultimately, I feel like these activities have truly helped me grasp what it is like to not only be a citizen diplomat, but also understand what genuine cross culture looks like, both within the United States and also internationally. And as part of the Sister Cities mission, it is extremely important to promote peace, not only through mutual understanding, but also curiosity, respect, and my personal favorite, but appreciation for other cultures and also other countries, one individual at a time. So, in general, I just think this was such an amazing program, and I'm so honored to be able to attend and also be given that opportunity by Miss Kennedy. And like in general, I would just promote this program to many more people my age willing to come. And also, I think my sister is also applying for that potentially next year. So we'll see.
Excellent report, and thank you for representing Pasadena Sister City. One of the things that we're working on, and I hope it continues on under the new leadership, that whenever Sister City International have a conference or a workshop or a training, that we have someone from our Pasadena Sister City representing us. So thank you for helping us continue that as we've managed for the last 2 years, really trying to make our presence known nationally and internationally. So thank you for representing us in such a dignified way. Are there any questions for Conan? There's one raised hand.
Yes, Canon and Manon, Rene Gonzalez here. Good to see you again. And I just want to say I'm so proud of both of you. And I'm so glad that we met at the Human Relations Commission and that you accepted my invitation to join Pasadena Sister Cities. I am so honored to have young people, just like Sister Cities International guidelines state. We need to bring young people because eventually this world is for you guys. And so we need to make sure that we engage you guys. And with the work that you're doing with your teams for disarmament, it's really, I take my hat off for both of you guys as young citizen diplomats and embracing international diplomacy. I am, again, very proud that you guys are on board and also very thankful to Manon for accepting the invitation to come with us to Guanajuato and receive the flame of peace. So I'll talk about that later on my report from Guanajuato, but I just wanted to praise you for all your work and so tell you that we are very fortunate to have both of you here with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez.
There's another hand raised, Steve. Martin Gordon.
Hi, Cannon and Manon. I'm so excited about the work you're doing. I'm wondering, did you get a chance to go to the expo while you were in Japan? And if so, the United States Expo and the Japan Expo, which we had special VIP invitations to, I wanted to make sure, did you get a chance to go to the expo and see that?
I don't think we are aware of an expo happening.
Martin, they did not go to Japan.
For some reason, I had when we started talking about Japan, I was getting excited. You went to DC. How unfortunate for me. You would have loved it. And I'll talk more about that maybe next meeting.
Okay, thank you, though.
Lena, you're on mute.
Myself. Oh, I'm just talking. Thank you so very much for an excellent report. And now I'm going to bring to the stage or our Zoom podium, Tanisha O'Fray. Are you on? I give the floor to Tanisha O'Fray.
Hello, can everybody hear me?
We can.
Hi. Hello, everybody. Good evening, Madam Chair. I come before you guys today as the chair of the new Sister City Affiliate Committee, and I'm very excited. So we have some good updates to share with everyone this evening. So I want to start by currently talking about our two current friendship cities that we have under consideration, which is pretty exciting. Zuhu City, and that's led by Miss Mei Jung Wong. And we also have Africa Sister City, which is led by Ron Carter. So that is very exciting. And we also have one approved friendship city, and that is Tainan, Taiwan, led by Nat Nader. This has already been approved by Mayor Victor Gordo, and the president will be writing a welcome letter to the mayor of Tainan by November 2025. This effort has taken over about 9 years, and we are delighted to celebrate its success. So that is a lot of exciting news. Moving on, we also have a new sister city in Mexico. And this is really exciting because I have to say I was there when Mr. Rene Gonzalez and Madam Chair Lena Kennedy met. And when Mr. Rene Gonzalez spoke to us about wanting a Mexico sister city, which I think is great and definitely on target for where we're at right now in this country. So this is very exciting. So we have Guanajuato will be our first Mexico sister city, and Zacatecas will be our next proposed Mexico sister city. We're on track to formalize Guanajuato as our first Mexico sister city by submitting a letter to the mayor and city council in December 2025. Okay, so this is going to be really, really exciting. And this is fulfilling the commitment that we made that was made by the executive members and board to accomplish this by the end of 2025. I will submit a formal request to the president and executive board in November with the general membership voting at the December meeting before forwarding a recommendation to the mayor and the city council. So that is very exciting news. And again, I feel like it's right on target for especially what we're experiencing right now in this country with immigration. So I think this is a great step that the city of Pasadena is taking. The Guanajuato effort is being led by Mr. Rene Gonzalez, along with Justin Chapman and other new Pasadena Sister City members. The committee already has 15 new members, and the ad hoc Guanajuato committee meets monthly. So if you're interested in attending their meetings, please reach out to Rene Gonzalez, and his number is, if you guys want to take note of that, it is 626-786-1675. And maybe Mr. Rene could put that also in the chat for those who couldn't take it down. Okay, and so then let's move on to why this is historic. And I think it's really important that we all understand that, so we can all understand the work and the efforts that we're all putting in. So unlike past efforts that took over 15 years to get an African sister city, our Mexico sister city partnership will be realized in under 2 years. And I was a part of the effort with our former, may he rest in peace, Councilmember John Kennedy. And he, I'm sorry. Yeah, and this was something that he worked on for a really long time. And I was really fortunate and blessed to be one of the people who went down to City Hall and got to vote for our African sister city. And the fact that it took 15 years just to get this done, and we're able to get our Mexico sister city done in 2 years, I think that is wonderful. And we're heading in the right direction. And I hope that we could continue this momentum even when we implement our new African sister city in the future. Okay. The ad hoc Guanajuato committee is actively building membership to ensure sustainability. So keep that in mind. And again, reach out to Mr. Rene Gonzalez if you guys want to participate in that. And our current Pasadena Sister City members are also joining Rene Gonzalez's efforts as a part of the soon-to-be New Mexico Sister City subcommittee. Most importantly, the entire Pasadena Sister City membership, president, and board are in full support of Guanajuato as our newest sister city, and this is truly exciting. So I really want us all to understand what happened in the past and to make sure we don't repeat this in the future, and to make sure that we're all locking arms together and working collaboratively together to meet this deadline and this big milestone for Pasadena Sister Cities, okay? This is a stark contrast to our experience with African Sister City, and we're in full support with our board memberships. Was not unanimous. The committee spoke loud, but today Pasadena Sister City is a more diverse, united body, and our commitment to a Mexico Sister City has never wavered. So I was there at the very beginning, and I remember meeting you, Mr. Gonzalez, and I think this is really exciting, and I'm looking forward to having this realized. So looking ahead in the coming year, we will begin the process of establishing a second Mexico Sister City, a second China Sister City, and a second Africa Sister City. Together, these efforts demonstrate our growth and our commitment to building meaningful global partnerships. Respectfully submitted. So Tanisha Bryce. So I'm very excited to report this to everyone. And I hope that more of us, if you have not already joined, will pick a committee to work with, and let's get this to the finish line. Thank you very much, Madam Chair, and thank you, committee members.
Thank you for an excellent report. And if there are any questions for Tanisha, we have Marietta Knox.
Marietta, you should be able to unmute yourself.
While she's trying to do that, we have Rene Gonzalez.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Hi, Tanisha. Good to see you again, and thank you for your words of encouragement. So I'm confused. Am I putting a report right now to the general membership about the upcoming cultural exchange? So I think that's important for everyone's participation.
No, you're not, Renee, but we will have announcements after we conclude our reports. We're going to follow the agenda.
Well, isn't the ad hoc a standing committee that can provide a report to the general membership? I mean, I have provided reports in past general membership meetings. I don't see why my not being able to put a report. It only takes 2 minutes, and it's very important.
Okay. I appreciate that, Renee. Thank you. So just for the sake of the record, all reports are to be submitted to the secretary. If there's, and in your case, when it gets to the secretary, it would go to Tanisha, and then she would communicate with you. But you're not on the agenda, and we're going to adhere to the agenda. But you can make an announcement, but we can talk about it for our October meeting, Renee. Thank you so very much.
That's very sad for the membership, and they don't know about the itinerary, and it's it's something that is ongoing progress, and I just feel very discouraged by the position that you're showing. I mean, it's supposed to be an outreach to the community, and I don't see how this is helping to promote that. It is my job to promote the affiliation to the community, and this is our outlet. And so I'm being censored, and I'm not being allowed 2 minutes. It's just very discouraging.
Okay, thank you so very much for that input. And I appreciate everyone for following the rules and the process and making sure your reports are turned in advance. I'm going to turn it over to Marietta Knott.
Tanisha or Ron, what African sister city are we looking at? I mean, what city in Africa? Because Africa is a continent. So where?
Yeah. So Marietta, I can answer that question for you. Ron Carter has been going to the Sister City International meetings, and the Sister City International, all of us that go to those meetings hear them say that they want to have over 500 new, Ron, are you on the line? Is it 500 new cities in Africa? And so I don't know if Ron is on the line. Ron Carter,
Yeah,
it would
it's
be Ron
500 cities, 500 new cities in 5 years. And we are looking at two. We're looking at Ghana and we're looking at Zambia. Both of them are showing interest in having sister cities. And I'm going to be working with Marie Lamel, who has crazy contacts in Ghana. I think she's there right now. And when she comes back, we're talking about meeting, trying to put a strategy together for approaching a Ghana sister city.
Thank you, Ron.
Yeah. Thank you. Did that answer your question, Marietta?
Thanks, Ron.
So nothing's concrete, but I just wanted to get us aware that that is something that we are looking at in compliance with Sister City International. Tanisha, again, thank you for an excellent report. Now we're going to turn the floor over
we
to...
have one more comment.
Oh, one more question? I'm sorry.
Marcia.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I was going to lower my hand because I was going to say something about following the agenda, but I'll hold off on that.
Okay, now I'm going to turn the floor over to Marcia Talbert. Unless, just one moment, Marie Lamel is still in Ghana, but I want to ask, I don't think Treasurer Joanne Forte have anything to report on hospitality, do you?
I do not.
Okay, so
Thank
now
you.
I'm going to turn, thank you. I'm going to turn the floor over to Marcia Talbert.
Okay. Oh, can everyone hear me?
We can.
Okay, thank you. So, one of the things that I took on as parliamentarian in 2023-24 was updating the bylaws. It was an arduous task, and I was probably halfway, maybe a third of the way through when the fires occurred, and it just got pushed to the back burner. However, in the last couple of weeks, I was able to complete the update to the bylaws, making some grammatical corrections and clarifying a lot of the bylaws that were a little, I don't even want to say a little, that were ambiguous. So what we wanted to do was make sure that the bylaws were clarified, very easily understood, and have now been sent out to the membership. There are three versions. One was the 2020 version. The second one is the 2025 version, which tracks all of the changes that were made. And then there is a final document that you can review with all of the changes as they were finalized and now need to be voted upon. We have extended the date for the review and vote for the bylaws. I would ask that any questions or concerns that you have regarding the bylaws, it's a 19-page document. So if you take a look at that, you will be able to, if you have any questions, just send me an email and let me know what it is that you want to have changed. Renee, I saw your question pop up in the chat. The bylaws actually are the changes are in red or they're underlined as the corrections were made, or I backspaced or deleted something, it came out in red. And then there's a column that was added to the document which says what the changes are. So you should be able to see that on the second document. And if you have any questions or concerns that you want to discuss or put to the chair, I will be more than happy to recognize those as long as you send them to me by October 15th, because we will be voting on these at the October general meeting. Okay? Lena, if there's nothing else, that's all that I have.
You're muted, Lena.
I'm on. Okay, thank you. Marcia, the vice president and the parliamentarian, I just want to thank you for doing an excellent job on updating the bylaws. You and your committee, Sandy Hamilton and Sandra Ware, thank you so very much. And I will be reviewing those as well as everyone else and get my inputs to you. Are there any questions for Marcia before we open it up for announcements? Can everyone hear me? Because I think it says I need to unmute.
We can.
Okay.
Now we can hear you. I'll mute myself.
There's a question, Stephen.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. So as the former chair of new affiliations, I never got notice that I was no longer the new chair, but that's okay. I would like to just make a comment that the added language to the new affiliation committee and put a suggestion that the word shall, it's in direct conflict with the Sister Cities International language. And that word is basically entangling the sister city process and the friendly sister city process. And so I will suggest that the word shall on the paragraph that was added be changed for may, but not required to align with Sister Cities International. I could provide you the paragraph that matches Sister Cities International, and shall, that word shall, just puts a gate on our process, and it's in direct conflict with the mission and statement from Eisenhower to put the power to the people. And so again, the word shall should be changed to may, but not required to.
Renee, I can answer that or at least address it. One of the things that we looked at was the International Sister Cities website and the charter, their bylaws, as well as their policies and procedures. So I did take a lot of the information from the international site and compared them with our bylaws. One of the things that we wanted to make sure of is that when we have a proposed sister city, that the process be such a time that it would allow for connections to be made, processes to take place, as well as a review over a substantial period of time to make sure that it is a feasible relationship that Pasadena Sister Cities wants to pursue. So as part of the policies and procedures, we are going to adhere to what the Sister Cities International bylaws state. However, for our policies and procedures, we're going to proceed with the Friendship City that it shall have to go through that process, because that way we're able to make sure that we have a sustainable relationship with the proposed sister city.
Yeah, your explanation contradicts itself. So you're saying you're going to align to Sister Cities International. Nowhere on the Sister Cities International, nowhere on the toolkits of new affiliation policy, you're going to find the word shall. You're gonna find sometimes, you're gonna find often, but the reason for that is because the sister city affiliation, it begins with the people to people relationships. It's a pyramid with the foundation created by the people. When you
And I
flip,
understand the relationship. I
so
honestly
we
do. I
cannot do
understand the
Marcia,
Oh, I'm
affiliation.
sorry, I haven't finished my comment. So we cannot put more gates or obstacles that are illegal or contradict the Sister Cities International mission. That is absurd. And so I will suggest that we ask the new affiliation chair what her input is, because you're only the parliamentarian, but I guess the new affiliation chair can have more input because she was placed. So I will invite Mei Jing Wong to provide her input on the new affiliation as she's posted on the website as new affiliation.
Renee, your minute is up, Renee. So,
Yeah, thank you. So I will
Stephen,
invite.
Stephen, the minute is up. So let me address what has just taken place to move the agenda forward. The beautiful part of the way we operate is that everyone will see, has a copy of everyone that's a paid member, everyone that is a paid member have received a copy of what the vice president and the chair of the bylaws committee. She's the chair of the bylaws committee and is operating in full authority. So we've emailed that to everyone that is a paid member. The beautiful part of all this is that at the October meeting, we get to vote on what we want or what we don't want. Isn't that great? Prior to that, you get to edit it, look at it, give your input, and you could email that to Marcia. And then when she comes to the meeting in October, we will collectively as a body review it, and we get to decide collectively what we want and what we don't want. And that's the beautiful part of this. So thank everyone for your input. I appreciate that. Renee, you said you didn't understand why you were not chair of the new sister city, because that's an appointment the president makes every single year, as I do with everything else. And the new president next year will make an appointment according to what is appropriate for them to do. So they don't have to make an announcement other than the fact that they appointed someone. And that's where Tanisha falls in. So thank everyone for that. I am now going to thank you again, Marcia, for the excellent, outstanding work that you have done. And everyone will get to look at those, give their input, and then they can email input and their changes and recommendations to Marcia Talbert. And again, I'm repeating myself, but I want to, because I want to be very clear, at the October meeting, we will have a deeper dive discussion and we can vote on what we want and what we don't want. Thank you again, Marcia. I am now going to open it up. We're over 7:30, but I do want the opportunity. Phyllis has her hand raised, Marcia, to ask you a question.
Yes, for the announcements, or not yet.
Oh, you have an announcement. Okay. So
Okay.
before we get to the announcement, I was trying to say that we're over our time at 7:38, but I do want to take 5 minutes for anyone that have announcements. And I think before you, Phyllis, Renee Gonzalez had an announcement. After his announcement, then I'm going to turn it over to you. And so when you bring I'm trying to read the chat and answer those. So we don't have to take roll call because this is recorded, and we also take pictures of everyone that's in the meeting.
Yes.
In some of the when I take the roll call, and some people have more than one person on a call. I know Denise and Chris are on the same call, but they let me know in advance that they were going to be on that. And if by chance someone else is on a call, you need to let me know. You could put it in the chat. But that's to answer your question, Monet. So I have Renee first for an announcement, and then I have Phyllis second for an announcement. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So I am announcing that we're traveling to Guanajuato on the 31st of October, and we're returning on the 1st. And the Guanajuato, in solidarity with the fires and the disaster, they're gonna hand over the flame of peace. So this is a very symbolic ceremony that was uh, born after the atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima in 1945. One of the flames ignited from the leftover embers that were still burning was kept and maintained by a Japanese man named Tatsuo Yamamoto. After many decades, it was presented to the Pope Francis at the Vatican, and in 2019, who blew it out to symbolize hope for the future from the nuclear war and all weapons. The flame is now situated in the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park and has been shared with many locations in Japan and across the world. The flame of peace message continued to grow as a powerful symbol of peace by over 675,000 people who have shared it among communities that have gone through disasters, injustice, and war, to allow for the healing process to begin and through a universal interfaith prayer transform past suffering into peace among all humanity. The Flame of Peace ceremony consists of the lighting of the flame, followed by an interfaith prayer for hope and peace, adding your personal wish to the prayer, followed by blowing out the flame, symbolizing the transformation of past suffering into future peace, powered by pure human kindness, taking full responsibility for the happiness of others. So once we bring back the Flame of Peace to Pasadena, we are planning a 1-year anniversary of the Eaton fire disaster at January 8th, where we will be handing over the Flame of Peace to the Altadena community. We are signing up different churches and different speakers. And so I think this is very powerful and very important for our website to be displayed. And that is my announcement.
Thank you. Now we have another announcement from Phyllis.
Yes, thank you very much. 3 items. I'd like to become active and I need to know what the dues are. I've had some financial challenges after the fires, but the major announcements are 2. I will have a book on display at the Frankfurt Book Festival, and I want you to share the news with our Germany Sister Cities members and any others that want to visit. It will be keel hauled. I attached the sell sheet or the marketing handout in the chat, and it's a pirate story from North Africa. So it's Hall 6, booth A67. Ask for Terry or Andrea. That's the first announcement. The second, we had a delegation from Morocco visit 10 days ago, and I'm trying to respect the time. They had a beautiful, warm, very professional reception, and I'd encourage the members to visit and consider a possible relationship if we don't have one. Boeing has a Africa Center. They're the #1 destination to visit on the continent now. So those are the 2 major Sister Cities international related items I want to share. I highly recommend Morocco, and I had a chance to use my French and my Arabic as well as diplomatic relationships. So look for Keel Hauled in Frankfurt or on lulu.com, and I'll post this now. Thank you.
Thank you so very much for that. And we are going to conclude our meeting. I just want to say how much I appreciate each and every one of you for giving up your time and for your commitment to the community, for your commitment to the work that's being done. And it's not required that you come to the general membership meetings, but when you're a member of a subcommittee, that's where your real requirement and the real work is done. And you report out at these meetings. So thank you so very much that you found it worthy of your time to come to the general membership meeting. Next month, I just want to remind everyone, we'll have a report from our nominating committee and we'll do a deep dive into the bylaws. Thank you very much. God bless each and every one of you and have a great rest of the month and the good start of October. I think we could just end it, Stephen. How do I do
Yes,
that?
we can. Just press leave meeting and press end.
How do I do that?
So you see leave. It looks like a little door exit. And it should say
No.
end meeting
Oh,
for
I
all.
see it. I see it. Okay.
Yep.